Not the way we wanted to start off this massive series against the New York Yankees at Rogers Center. Obviously, a 3-game set welcoming in the New York Yankees. And obviously, as you guys know, I am not in the country. I'm in Los Angeles, California right now in an Airbnb, and it has been an incredible time so far. Just a surreal experience. And for me, it's what, like 9:30 right now? Something like that. For you guys, obviously, back in Toronto and back in the Ontario time zone, I guess. It's quite late. And I told you guys that these videos would be kind of tough to get out once in a while, but I'm going to do my very, very best to get these videos out for you. But let's break down this ball game. Jays lose 3-2 to the New York Yankees at Rogers Center, now drop to 15-9 on the season. And this game is so frustrating for a few reasons. Obviously, number one, the offense still can't get it done. They only get 2 runs. They have 9 hits, but they can't capitalize. They can't break this game open, and they only muster up 2 runs. But the 3 runs they scored, not by DJ LeMahieu, not by Aaron Judge, not by Giancarlo Stanton. No. Gleyber Torres gets the job done for the Yankees. And look, the depth came out there. He hasn't been very good, Gleyber Torres. His numbers aren't great, but he did a job today. Top of the 4th inning, hits a 2-run bomb off of Ross Stripling. Josh Donaldson scores on the play there, and it's a 2-0 Yankees lead in the top half of the 4th. Not where you want to be early on. However, next half inning, bottom of the 4th, Bo Bichette comes up with George Springer on first base, and he drills a ball to left field, and it dumps in for a base hit, but it goes all the way to the wall. And Springer gets on his horse. He comes all the way around to home to score. And Bo ends up second base with a double. He gets the RBI double. The Jays are back in. It's now a 2-1 ball game. Okay, we're right there now, right? And then Matt Chapman comes up, and he dumps one into center field for a base hit. In comes Bo Bichette, and the Jays now have tied it. It's 2-2. But we go to the top half of the 9th inning, and with 2 out, and LeCastro on base, Gleyber Torres, it's an RBI single, scoring LeCastro to give the Yankees the 3-2 lead, and they lock it down to win it 3-2 over the Toronto Blue Jays and open up this 3-game set with a W. And it's tough. It is for the Jays. We talked about it in yesterday's video, guys, how with Ross Stripling going for the Jays and with Kikuchi going in the finale, you know, the feelings weren't quite there for Jays fans in the positive mindset, at least. You know, and look, they got to bounce back. You know, these videos probably won't be very long, guys. Because obviously, you know, being out here in Los Angeles, it's kind of tricky to get Jays games out here. So it's kind of difficult. But I'm going to do the best that I can for you guys, of course. Now, offensively, though, look, you got to see Bo Bichette continue to grow. We talked about it the last little while. It seems like he's starting to swing the bat a little bit better. And today was another indication of that. Another multi-hit game for Bo. He went 2 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI in the game. George Springer went 2 for 4 with an RBI in the game. 9 hits total for the Jays. They struck out 9 times. But again, every time you had opportunities to score, you just couldn't do it. Twice the Jays had 2 runners on. I think was it the 6th inning or the 7th inning? With John Loaiza on the mound for the Yankees. The Jays had 2 on and nobody out for Lourdes Gurriel Jr., right? And he grounds into a double play. The worst possible scenario in the situation, he does that. And then the Jays' Matt Chapman strikes out to end that inning. 2 on and nobody out. You got to find a way to capitalize. In a 2-2 ball game, late, against a good team in the Yankees, you got to find a way to capitalize. And then later on in the game, right? They had guys at 2nd and 3rd with 2 out. You need that clutch 2-out knock. You don't get it. And what do they get? How do they score the game-winning run? A 2-out knock from Gleyber Torres. Offensively, they got it done tonight. They only scored 3 runs, but they got the big hit in the big moment. The Jays did not get that, hence why they lost this game. Pitching-wise, however, Ross Stripling, obviously we all know, got the start in this one, went 4 innings, allowed 5 hits, couple runs, 3 strikeouts. Look, other than the 2-run shot to Gleyber Torres, Stripling did his job. 4 innings, a 2-run ball, didn't walk a batter, and struck out 3. He was great. Pounding the zone early. His curveball was working. A lot of swing and miss in their game there, which was really, really nice to see. But unfortunately, the missed pitch to Gleyber Torres, and he drills it out, and, you know, 2-run bomb. But you think a two runs should be enough to score, and yeah, you tied it at 2, but the Jays could not get any offense going. Now, the bullpen, credits to them. Yes, Jimmy Garcia in his last couple outings have given up runs, but David Phelps was phenomenal. Went an inning and 2/3, no hits, no walks, no runs, no Ks. Just a clean inning for David Phelps. Trevor Richards went out there after that abysmal time he had against the Houston Astros. He went an inning and a third, no hits, no runs, no walks, and a strikeout. So he was really solid. And Adam Silver went an inning, no hits, no walks, and had the 1 strikeout in his inning of work. And obviously, the way to pick up the loss was Jimmy Garcia. Went an inning, allowed a couple hits and 1 run and a strikeout. Obviously, the 1 run being the Gleyber Torres single to bring home LeCastro to win the ball game for the New York Yankees. Now, baseball, as we know, is a sport where you can say, forget it, move on to the next day. And the good news for Jays fans, right? We always talk about that. We talked about the pitching matchups going into this series, and games 1 and game 3 weren't the greatest looking. However, game 2, obviously you have Alek Manoah going. We all know, at least in his very, very young career, what he does against the New York Yankees. Now, obviously, that will change at some point. They will get to him at some point. But until they do, the Blue Jays have Alek Manoah versus Jameson Taillon tomorrow. So that's the pitching matchup. If the Jays go out there and they win that ball game, they did what they had to do with one of their aces on the mound, right? And then that's all there is to it. We can talk about, all the offense needs to get going because it still does. And now we're into May. It's May what day is it today? 3rd? I believe it's May 3rd. And the Jays offense still has not found their stride. Obviously, there's still no Teoscar Hernandez, still no Danny Jansen, but the clutch knocks aren't there. Like, they seem to be finding a way to get guys on base, but they're not bringing them around to score. Look, in that bottom of the 4th, they did, right? The RBI double from Bo Bichette, the RBI single from Matt Chapman. Those are beautiful to see. But in the big moments, late in ball games, they didn't get it done today. And it's been, I don't want to say a theme, but it's happened a little too often lately. Now, Alek Manoah gets the help for the Jays tomorrow, and you're hoping for another great start. But my key to the game tomorrow is early offense. Because it seems like the Jays don't really, get much going in the first go-around unless it's like a leadoff bomb for Springer. And that's got to change. Because if you get the lead early, whether it's a 1-run lead, whether it's a 2-run lead, or heck, if you get anything more than that, great. You put so much pressure on their offense before they even get a chance to hit. And you're putting pressure on their starting pitcher, which does a lot of things. But the Jays offense really hasn't gotten to a groove at all over the last little while. And somehow they're still 15-9. But they got to find a way to win that game tomorrow. Whether it's, again, another great pitching performance with little offense, or, if Alek Manoah has a little slip up, the offense picks him up. Well, I would love to see the latter, but obviously I'd love to see Alek Manoah do great and the offense wake up. That would be a perfect day tomorrow for the Jays. But, we can't guarantee anything. All right, Jays fans, you know what? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and did not enjoy the game today, or yes, last night, or whatever time it is, smack the like button to appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not already, comment down below. Thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays? The Twitter link is down below, so follow, send me any of that great stuff. The Instagram link is also down below, so follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys Leafs edition. Oh yeah, very shortly. The 5-0 whomping of the Tampa Bay Lightning in Game 1 of Round 1 of the NHL playoffs. Again, it's only one game, but we'll break that puppy down. And what a game it was there at Scotiabank Arena tonight as the Leafs destroy the Lightning in Game 1. Okay? And as for the Toronto Blue Jays, Game 2, the 3-game set against the Yankees, goes at Rogers Center on, tomorrow night, 7:07 first pitch, even though it's a 4:37 first pitch, 4:07 first pitch here in LA. 7:07 first pitch there in Toronto time at Rogers Center. Jameson Taillon gets the ball for the Yankees. Alek Manoah gets the ball for the Jays. All right, so thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll talk to you guys then.